Fears. A lot of us have them. It's inevitable. There's nothing that we can do to stop it. Unfortunately, everybody has a fear. Some fear cats, some fear dogs, some fear spiders, some fear balloons, some fear bananas, some fear whatever. Everybody's afraid of something, and everybody has that trigger fear that makes them quiver, makes them close their eyes, makes them run away, makes them scream, whatever. Everybody has that type of fear. My fear is ironic, and what it is about this fear, and if you guys have been following my videos, my biggest fear is driving. It is my biggest fear. Yet the irony in it was that when I was younger, I wanted to be a race car driver. I used to take hangers, pretend that there were steering wheels, and run around the house in my underwear. And I used to just pretend that I was driving all the time. Then there was also times where I pretended that I was a movie director, and that was other things. But whatever, that's besides the point. I'm scared of driving. Driving, I can't really pinpoint what happened. I have an idea of a few things. Like the first time was, I believe I was in 7th grade. I don't even remember what grade I was in. I was in 7th grade or the 6th grade. I don't know. I went to so many different schools. Anyways, I believe it was 6th or 7th grade, and when I was in 6th and 7th grade, my sister drove us to school. We go pick up my cousin early in the morning for school because we both went to the same school. So when we got to go pick up my cousin, my sister was ready to pull out, and I don't know what happened. I guess as she was turning, like, here's the place. I don't even know how to explain this. Let me see. This is my sister's car, my phone, and this is the other car. Okay? Alright. This is actually backwards. It's in reverse. So my sister is in the parking, right? And she's ready to pull out. And as she's turning, this car comes and boom! Now, I was in the passenger seat with my seatbelt on. My sister was in the driver's seat, My little niece was there, and she got impacted by the car. And like this, and got thrown back. Now, this was back when, when I was younger. And because of that, it, literally scared me. It scared me. It paralyzed me. Then after that, a few years went by. I kind of forgot about it. I was in high school at the time, so I would say it's about 3 or 4 years that happened. Then my sister woke up crying, and I was sleeping over her house because I was babysitting the kids. She came home and she said that she was crying. She ran downstairs and she hugged me and she told me that she had a nightmare saying that I died in a car crash at night. And that she said that she was willing to give me a drive. And still to this day, she does not remember her saying that. She doesn't remember herself saying that. So I was, really freaked out at that. Because, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm scared of driving. I'm so scared of driving. But my fear has been this has been a big thing. So right now, I'm currently conquering it. I'm trying to. So that led me to, on Tuesday this week, I actually drove on the road for the first time. For the previous weeks, I have been driving, but it's been around, the neighborhood. And not a lot of people drive here in the morning. So I'm, pretty much going and practicing my turns and stuff like that. Driving is a very uncomfortable thing for me. I feel as though, I don't know how a lot of people can, text or eat or, be drunk when they drive. I don't know how people can just be like that. That is really difficult for me. I feel like my eyes are flying everywhere. I'm constantly watching my back. I'm worried about the cars behind me. I'm worried about the cars in front of me. I'm worried about the size of what they're doing, if they're going to freaking cut me off, if they're going to ride my ass, if they're going to do something. I don't know. So I'm really freaked out of driving. I'm so scared of driving. It drives me crazy. Anyways, Mike has been really, really helpful. I've been trying to learn how to drive since I was 16 here occasionally, but yet it never worked. And people gave up on me. My stepfather tried to teach me how to drive. My dad tried to teach me how to drive. My mom taught me how to teach me how to drive. My sister tried to teach me how to drive. My sister's husband tried to teach me how to drive. My friend Dante tried to teach me how to drive, and now Mike is teaching me how to drive. And this time, Mike is actually doing it. So he's really patient. We at least take 1 day a week to practice my driving. And for the first time on Tuesday, I actually drove on the road with other cars. We drove to an Indian reservation that was near where I live, and we just drove. And I had to drive a speed limit of 55 miles an hour, and then some was 45 and stuff. I was able to maintain my speed perfectly fine. However, when I was changing lanes, there was no cars behind me or anything. I was fine. I jerked the car because changing lanes terrifies me. I hate changing lanes. But however, after I was done, I felt so free and just so happy that we decided to celebrate, me and Mike. So we decided to go on a picnic and went all the way to the volcanoes that are near where I live. There's some volcanoes there that are dead. They're not there anymore. And there's 3 volcanoes. And we walked on top of every single one, and it just looked like Fallout or something, because there's like nothing for like you can see nothing for miles, but yet you turn around and you see the whole city behind you. It was just so cool, and then you see the mountains everywhere around you, and it was just the coolest experience ever. And I will always thank Mike for that, and it was just an amazing, amazing thing. And I just felt like I was mountain climbing for the first time. So, also, guys, speaking of all this, I'm going to end the video in a little bit, but first I want to say this, that my cousin, Sincere Colazo, if you guys have been watching my videos in the past, you know that he's my cousin, Sincere Colazo, and he has like a whole entire channel. So, I'll probably put the link somewhere down here to his page. It's a lot easier than doing the annotation thing somewhere. But you can look at his videos. He has music. Tomorrow I'm shooting a music video. I'm going to be in it because I'm actually in the song. And in the song, it's called In the Sky. I don't know when the video is coming out because he's going to be doing the editing. He's like so much a better editor than I am. So I'm actually really excited because if you see his video, Summer in the City, that was actually like the kick-ass video that I've ever seen, like an amateur do. And he's awesome, amazing. I give him Sony Vegas, and all of a sudden he's better at it than I am. So, I mean, he's more talented than most talented person I've ever come into contact with. And my other cousin, Scripps, is going to be in there. There's actually an interview also in the same channel, so you can actually get to meet who they are. So my interview is coming up. So I'm eventually going to be on that channel, and when that video comes out, I will post it on here, and if not, I will give you a link to the video so you can see it. It's very, very, I'm very, very excited. So we're going to be shooting it tomorrow. Also, last news, I'm currently working on a cover for a song, so I don't know when it's coming out. It could be coming out this week, it can come out next week, but this week has just been so busy. Like, you can still see the mess behind me. It's just been really, really busy and crazy, and I'm just really, really happy and excited for everything. So, but anyways, the cover that I'm doing is Demi Lovato's Skyscraper, and I'm just very happy and excited to do it because it's a great song. Anyways, guys, this has been Dark Ruler 1030 here, and I've been talking way too much. Peace. Double peace. Out.